Alright, it's Monday, June 16th. I'm going to talk in between cars here. Probably won't be doing a ton of videos over the summer because it's really night riding season now. But I did a bunch of stuff to the Yeti. A bunch of stuff's going on with Hawes. Congress is, doing some scary stuff where the president wants to sell off a bunch of U.S. Forest Service and BLM land, and Hawes is on the list of possible lands that could go if they get this through a bill, and they keep trying to sneak it in. So I wanted to come out here and ride in, maybe talk about a few things, and I did a ton of stuff to the Yeti. So Kryptotal is on there now. Put 45mm bars on it. These Deity Megatack grips. Forgot my Wahoo. And that's it. Usually I try to only do like one thing to a bike before I ride it. So it's just not too much like sensory overload, but we're just going to pretend like we're riding a new bike tonight, I guess. The tires won't bother me. Getting the roll right on the handlebars is the hard part. And then, new grips are always different, but I really wanted to try these out because they're massive, like 36mm rubber grips, which is kind of rare. The only ones I found that big are foam grips, the wolf tooth, fat paws. So I'm going to gear up, get out there in the dark. I tend to ride the same places often at night, so that's why there probably won't be a ton of night videos, but we'll see you out there. So the pockets on this Osprey bag, the like wing pockets on the sides, you're supposed to be able to access while you're wearing it. They're nice and big, but the zipper will not close if you're wearing the bag. So I'm not sure what to do about that. I did get it at REI, so if I can't find a solution, I may have to go back. But I stopped to adjust this dropper lever, and something bit me inside my knee pad, and man, it hurt, and I saw something crawl out. I think it was an ant, but it's dark right now. And so I moved up the trail about 10 feet, and something bit me on the back. That one's really stinging me right now. Hoping it's just ants. I'm being back on this Yeti. It has the XT M8120 brakes on it, which I think are the best brakes. And I have the 6120 Shimano's on the Orbea, and all the research says that it's the same brake without the adjustments, without the this free stroke adjustment, and then you have to adjust the length that the lever is from the bar with an Allen key instead of the dials, which no big deal, right? But man, they are so soft compared to this, and they're just not confidence inspiring. So I'm going to replace them with XTs. If you're not an eBay person, you should be, because you can get Shimano parts for about 50% of what they are anywhere else on there. They ship from sometimes, China or Taiwan, but like it I don't know what shipping they use, but it's usually here within a few days. And there's a lot of American shippers that do them too. I think some of these Chinese joints have places in America that drop ship it too. That's probably why it gets here in like a week. I've put so many XT brakes on the bikes I've owned that way. Because who wants to pay like, you know, $400? Or if you're into the really bougie brakes, like $700. As you can see there, confidence-inspiring brakes are very important. They are one of the like probably top 2 most important things for me. And I've tried a lot of brakes. SRAM has never been good for me. Even back when they were Avid. And I always just go back to Shimano. Whoa! That's why. Stopped me perfectly. I don't know if I could have stopped that just now on the wild with those brakes. These are much more confidence inspiring. I was going straight into that boulder. As I was saying in the parking lot, a map was just released of what lands would be possibly available for sale if this big beautiful bill goes through the way it is, but even if not, the Congress has been trying to sneak in land sales over the last couple months. There's been an insane amount of debt accrued by the administration that's in right now, and a good chunk by the last one. And they're trying to find ways to fix that. And they think that selling off our public lands is a good idea. And I think it's terrible. The map was very sweeping throughout Arizona in a lot of recreational type areas. A lot of Sedona. A lot of, you know, Hawes right here where I'm at right now. Usury Park, which is across the street, and a really fun mountain biking spot. What else? Prescott. Big chunk of Forest Service land in Prescott. I didn't get a look at Flagstaff, but I'd imagine there's a ton of forest up there and a ton of great trails, and I would imagine those will be high on the list of spots developers want because they're beautiful. They want to put houses on them or turn them into whoops turn them into, you know, businesses. Woo. So there's a petition out from Outdoor Alliance that you can sign. Boy, I'm going slow on this tonight. No records tonight. These grips feel really good, actually. And you should definitely sign it if you care about public lands, the outdoors, camping, hiking, hunting, something I'm against, but hey, not stopping anyone. And, you know, just the outdoors in general. Really sad state we're in. I think I got this cockpit pretty dialed. I might roll it forward just a touch. It was 116 yesterday. I think it was 114 today. Awful. So we're looking at going to Prescott on Friday, hitting up Bean Peaks. I didn't see if that was in the sell-off, but wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so that trail is a great test for grips. Now my hands hurt a little bit. I'm at the very end of it right here. They built a tabletop right here. Whoa. I'm sure you get some speed going of it. So, my hands are a little sore after that, but not terrible. I don't know if these are better than the Fat Paws. I need to try the 1-Up thick grips on that trail. I've been riding with those and I really like them. But I always have a feeling I'm going to go back to those Fat Paws. They're just great. Let's put some cross-country miles on these grips. See what we think. Oh yeah, another thing I adjusted. I changed the, what do they call it? The assist ratio curve on the trail mode on this, because I really dig how the second mode on the Orbea, or the emtb mode, it doesn't go all the way to boost, you know, like, unless you really are cranking it. And even then, it doesn't feel the same. So, I boosted trail mode up a little bit so I could crank a little harder on more cross-country stuff and flat stuff and downhill. Looks like a whole new bike tonight. I think I will probably roll these bars forward just a couple millimeters. I also don't think the boost goes as hard on this motor, even though it's the same Newton meters of torque. I feel like climbing the steeps is a little easier on the Orbea, but maybe I'm just used to it because I rode it for, I don't know, 2 months, month and a half straight without riding this bike. I'm reading a book. It was suggested by a mountain bike YouTube page called The Fearless Mind. Hoping that maybe it will help me get over some of my fears. It's written by a sports psychologist. Now, he's not really talking about riding down high ridge or doing switchbacks on kitty litter, but maybe it will help. All right, let's do high noon. These grips feel really good on this twisty turny stuff. I don't know that anything will ever touch the Fat Paw on downhill though. They even have one called the Mega Fat Paw. It's 40 millimeters. That's probably too big for me. 36 millimeters is pretty dead on for me with my gorilla hands. feeling a little weird and not riding super well. So I'm not going to do a huge loop. Probably going to get to this end of this and cut down the stinger. Alright, so I was thinking about doing a really big loop, but I'm cut it a little short. Guess I need to turn my helmet light on. I'm not sure if whatever bit me is getting to me, but I feel a little gross. And not riding to my best abilities. So usually if that's happening, it's a better idea to cut it short when you're by yourself out in a desolate trail system. Whoa, see what I mean? It's not cornering good, not making great decisions. It's not even that hot or anything right now, but I feel a little woozy. I took a wrong turn. Ended up on Wild Horse. I was like, man, this doesn't look right. But now I'm like almost back to the truck, so I wasn't gonna go back. Still get in like 7 miles. Just feeling a little odd. So, in closing, if you love your public lands, I don't care which side of the aisle you claim to be on, or, you know, because the aisle is stupid. You should be on the side of the people and humanity. But we all care about these public lands. So go to Outdoor Alliance and sign that petition. Tell your senators what's what. And this goes for every state. This ain't just happening in Arizona. So go to that website. I'll put a link in the description and try and get this up this week. And sign it. Deity MEGATTACK grips are pretty cool. Things that bite you at Hawes suck, but Hawes rules. And I think that's that.